Hi, I'm Carrie Sealstall, and today I'm going to talk to you about the different shapes and bristle types of paintbrushes used in acrylic painting. The first brush I have here is a bristle brush. It's got very stiff bristles. They do come in a variety of bristle shapes, which we'll get into in a few minutes. Generally, the bristle brushes are used to make textures in acrylic painting, such as grasses, leaves in the trees, clouds, things of that nature. I generally don't use these personally very often, but it's good to have a set on hand. The next brush, this is called a white Taklon. The shape is called a bright. This is called a bright. As you can see, the bristles appear to be straight, but at the very end they curve in just a little bit. This gives you a little bit more preciseness. You might wonder about my brushes with this little rubber. These are actually called Royal Soft-Grip. Most of the brushes I use are this brand. They run about $4 a piece. They're very good brushes. But yeah, I use Soft-Grip. But yeah, this is a bright white Taklon. Then we've got Golden Taklon. Basically, it's a little bit softer than the white, definitely a lot softer than the bristle brush. This one's called a filbert. It's got a rounded head. It's generally used for making like flower petals, rounded items, and I don't use this one very often. The next brush I have here is a flat. Now this one is the brush I use most often, this particular brush right here. I can cover a large surface with it, and I can also make lines, you know, this way for crisp edges. The next brush I've got here, this is called a shader. A shader is always angled. It'll have straight sides. These come in very handy for, you know, exactly what it's called, a shader. The next brush I have here is a round. Now the rounds you're going to use for detail work, and also for doing dots, like say you're doing the sun or a flower, things of that nature. If you look at it end on, it is round. The bristles will be pointed. The next brush, this is a detail brush. It's actually a round, but it's very, very tiny. I don't know if you can see it there, but you know, and these little brushes, these are the ones you've really got to watch for and keep in good shape. They quickly become out of shape. You got bristles going every which way. It's very important to keep these small brushes clean and always keep the plastic covering over them. This is a liner brush. As you can see, it's kind of like the detail brush, except it's got a really long bristles. That's so that it can hold more paint and you can make a continuous line as you're edging things, or these are good for long grasses in nature paintings, things like that. And then you've got a fan brush. There's a few uses for this one. You can actually use it to kind of like blend in clouds, or you can tap it back and forth to make really nice pine tree branches. Personal preference, as I said, I like the soft grip brush, but I use Golden Taklon. As you can see, I have several of these brushes. My whole primary set is made up of these Royal Soft-Grips. Again, they're very cost effective. They've got the nice handle on them, and so far the bristles have held up extremely well against some pretty hard use. But anyway, that's a little bit about the different types of brushes. Our next installment, we will talk about, I think we'll get started on a painting. Have a good day.